Lots of people travel to the big station at the end of the line. Engines from the other railway sometimes pull their trains. These engines stay overnight and go home the next day. One day, Gordon was talking to one of these other engines at the sheds at Tidmouth. "When I was young and green, I remember going to London. Do you know the place called King's Cross Station?" he inquired. "London's Euston, not King's Cross," retorted the other engine. "Everyone knows that." "Rubbish," said Doug. "I know that Paddington's London. I knew because I worked there." They argued until they fell asleep, and again when they woke up. They argued until the other engine had to leave. "Stupid thing, I've no patience." "Stupid yourself. London's Paddington. Paddington, do you hear me?" "Stop arguing, you two," butt in James. "You make me tired. Anyway, you both agreed that London is not Euston. Now shut up." Gordon rolled away grumbling that London was King's Cross and he was going to prove it. But this was not easy to prove, as London lay beyond the big station at the other end of the line, where Gordon had to stop and let another engine take the express. "If I don't stop, I could go on to London," Gordon thought one day. One day he ran right through the station, and another time he tried to start before his fireman could uncouple the coaches. He tried all sorts of tricks, but it was no good, because his driver checked him every time. He thought he would never get there. One day he pulled the express into the station as usual. His fireman uncoupled the coaches and he ran onto his siding to wait for his time to go home. The coaches waited for ages on their siding, but their engine didn't come. A porter told Gordon's driver that the inspector on the platform wanted to see him. The driver climbed down from the cab and walked over to the station. A few minutes later, he came back looking very excited. "Hello, what's happened?" asked the fireman. "The engine for the express turned over as he came out of the goods yard. Nothing else can come in or out. They want us to take the train to London and I agreed," sang the driver. "Okay then, what are we waiting for?" Gordon rolled over the pointwork and was reattached to the train. It was only a few minutes before the guard blew his whistle, but Gordon thought it was ages. Come on coaches, we're going to town." The coaches seemed heavy at first, but got lighter and lighter as they gained speed. Gordon found that London was a long, long way away, but he didn't mind, as he liked a good long run to stretch his wheels. He was glad when London finally came into view though. The next morning, the fat controller came into his office and he looked at the letters on his desk, when suddenly the station master came bursting in. "Excuse me, sir, but have you seen the news?" "What news?" "Just look at the newspapers, sir." "Goodness gracious me, there's Gordon. Headlines too. Famous engine at London Station, police called to control crowds." Huh, bless me. The fat controller read on, absorbed in the paper about Gordon. Gordon returned a few days later. The fat controller was speaking to his driver and fireman. "I see you had a good welcome in London." "We certainly did, sir. We signed autographs until our arms ached, and Gordon had photographs taken from so many angles that he didn't know where to look." "I expect you enjoyed yourself, didn't you, Gordon?" "No, sir, I didn't, sir." "Why ever not? London's all wrong. They've changed it. It isn't King's Cross anymore, it's St. Pancras."